I can't tell you how many times somebody new has come to my property and they say, wow, I feel like I'm in Game of Thrones right now. My name is Kim DeFisher, and this is Dakota's story for GeoBeats. I am the president and founder of Arctic Fox Daily Wildlife Rescue. We provide forever sanctuary to captive bred or non-releasable foxes and wolf dogs. I love you! I got a call a little over a year ago from our New York State Department of Environmental Conservation saying that they were about to go do a confiscation of a bunch of animals that were part of a hoarding situation. And they asked if I had room for a Dakota. Hey, I don't really have a lot of experience with wolf dogs at this point. I told them I would be okay with taking in Dakota temporarily. He steps out of his vehicle. I'm sitting back like, holy cannoli, this is a huge animal. He's very angry. People were told Dakota was aggressive. I'll never forget this scene. They had to drag him into the enclosure. We get him in the enclosure, and it was as if he knew that he was entering a new level of freedom. Like this was going to be a really good start. Just totally going off of body language like I do with the foxes and many other animals. I went in and just jumping up on my chest, on my shoulders, giving me kisses on my face. All right, guys, I immediately formed a very close bond with Dakota, and I was like, okay, this is permanent.
Dakota, stop. And the wolf pack is off.
Within 3 months, there's an entire acre ready for a wolf dog enclosure.
Dakota beer.
Dakota looks like a fairy tale wolf because he's so much bigger than a pure wolf would be.
Big beer.
But he has a very wolfy face, and he's all black with just a little bit of white mixed in. And honestly, he's pretty intimidating. When I first got him, he was very naughty and very rude as far as manners went.
Dakota, no.
From what I understand, he was not used as a breeder. I believe that they more so did programs where people would pay to see exotic animals and they'd do demonstrations with them. When Dakota first came in, my parents, who live right down the road from me, my dad texted me one night. He said, "You have completely changed the canine dynamic on our road."
Do you hear the foxes?
All the neighbors' dogs are howling, who have never howled before. You hear the coyotes howling out in the woods.
Did your inner wolf come out?
Dakota has absolutely taken on the role of being leader of the pack. He's very analytical. He's always wanting to control the relationships of the other pack members of his. But because I am part of the pack, Dakota is an absolute mush around me. We estimate that Dakota is approximately 160 pounds. I did a DNA test on Dakota, and it turns out that he was 55% gray wolf. He also has a little bit of Alaskan Malamute, German Shepherd, and Belgian Sheepdog.
That would be a Kim on the floor. Okay. I can love both of you.
There is a big misconception that just because a wolf dog has wolf DNA, it means they have to be aggressive. Oftentimes, the higher percent wolf that wolf dogs have, the less of a chance they have of being aggressive. In general, wolves are very flight rather than fight animals. A wolf does not want to come up to you and have conflict unless it absolutely has to. Versus my lower content wolf dogs, if they're not happy, they will be right in my face telling me about it.
Boomer wants to play with the wolf dogs.
I probably spend anywhere between 4 to 8 hours a day working with my animals. It is very difficult for me to leave to go on a vacation. 2018 was the last nice week-long vacation I went on. My bond with Dakota, it's just very special. I decided to go into their enclosure and I was like, okay, let's pretend that something's off right now. And I just laid down instead of being up and doing chores. What was amazing is Dakota absolutely took the lead in checking on me. I have a couple new wolf dogs that he really didn't want getting too close to me. It was almost like he was telling them that, this is my person. Dakota is the reason that I absolutely fell in love with wolf dogs. We can communicate without any words being required.